Hey YouTube, this is The Art of Prepping. Just another shout out to FSO, Fishing Survival Outdoors. I know I've had a good dozen or more people who went over to his channel recently and subscribed in the last shout out, which was I think a little more than a month ago roughly, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to just welcome all the new subscribers to my channel and just to make you aware of FSO, Fishing Survival Outdoors. He's a young guy in Australia, and he's creating content that is above average for his age. And let me tell you, it's very satisfying to see youth, to be so interested in the outdoors. And I think we need to support that full-heartedly. And so please get behind me as we make our collaboration videos to support him. To hit his like button on his channel, and also the most important is to get on there and subscribe. It's just one click, and I mean I have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, okay, and I get thousands of views, almost daily. I mean, of course, I have almost 700 videos, but let's just be honest though, I have a lot of people watching, and even if you're not a member of me, that's okay. Please go check his channel out. Please subscribe to his channel and support his channel. This is the youth. This is the future generation here that we need to be supportive of. I'm just a middle-aged guy. It doesn't really hurt my feelings if you join or not. I mean, I do appreciate it greatly. I would love to grow, and I am growing as a channel. But I even get more excited and more, I get more motivated when I see young people doing things that I didn't even do when I was young. Of course, there was no YouTube when I was young, but he is doing things and sharing ideas that are somewhat uncommon for his age group. And I think that we need to actually say, hey, I see you doing that, and it's awesome, and support that, and be supportive, and because this is what we need. People who think out of the box, people who are free thinking, people who are not going to conform. And for like most people his age, FSO would be like, so it's like the typical guy that his age in America is just they play video games, they get on a skateboard, and I'm not saying these are wrong things to do, but I'm just saying this is what they do. They don't really typically make content on YouTube that is actually of worthy of nature. I mean, he's making a very good stance, a very good effort toward building content, and you can only imagine when he gets in his teenage years, or upper teenage years, I should say, or his young adult years, or even later 20s and 30s. He's going to be very entertaining. He's going to share a lot of great information by then, because he's going to have learned so much. Right now, he's learning so much. So we all build on our successes. And this is why it's so important to support each other, especially in this community, on this channel, and all of our channels together. I personally, almost every time I can get a chance, I try to see, and I look up the channel. When there's a new subscriber, I try to go to that channel and at least look. And there's a lot of you guys know that I've subscribed back. Not because I feel obligated, because I see your content and I see your effort, and I will subscribe back, and I will like your videos. But, if you don't make videos, and I'm not knocking you if you don't make videos, that's okay. That's your choice. But if you don't make videos and you don't have any content, I don't typically subscribe, because there's nothing to subscribe to. So just want to let you know, and there's people who have subscribed to me that I haven't subscribed back, that I've seen content that I really didn't maybe somewhat agree with, or I'm just neutral and I don't really have an opinion per se that I'm public about. Therefore, I'm not going to actually I'm not going to coalesce or join your channel, because I'm trying to focus on something different in my life. My focus is different. So this is just a little bit of me talking about what's going on in my thought, and just different people. Like FSO, is just a good kid. Okay, he's just a good guy that is building on a channel that is really headed towards success. Just like my channel is doing very well. And in a few years, it could be a much bigger channel than it is now. It's just growing a lot. This is amazing. And, there's also channels that are filled with great people that have some content, not a lot, but they're very good-hearted. And one of those guys, this is just one of many, and I hate to even say one, because I don't want to exclude dozens and dozens of people on my channel that are excellent, and they're just like this guy. But You know, the cool part about this channel is you meet so many people. And so I'm just using this guy as just an example. But if you've ever, talked to or had any kind of interactions or gone to his channel, this is Bushcraft Banjos. You'll know that he's a really good guy. You can just tell, he's got a kid on the way, and he's been pretty much preoccupied with that. I don't get to talk to him as much as, we did, early on in the pregnancy. Not that he's pregnant, obviously, he's not the one that's pregnant, but he's preparing for his child to be, born. And man, I tell you what, I wish you the best, my friend. That's a big lifestyle change. And so be supportive of him. Let's all be supportive to each other. And I know that our lives are very busy. There's a lot of times that I even get burnt out doing a little bit of this YouTube. It's so hard to keep up with the large amount of people online. And then you have the people in your real life. Well, I'm not saying that this is not real life, but in real time life is what I meant to say. That's difficult to have your your neighbors and your friends and families in real time, and then you have this delayed world, or at least somewhat delayed world of YouTube and other social media. It's just a lot. It's almost like the human body sometimes feels like we're not meant to actually know this many people. I mean, what do you think about that? I think it's pretty much true. I think that there's a reason why typically the most Americans, and this is what the surveys show, that most Americans have roughly about 2 friends, 2 real good friends, because that's about all that you can handle. I mean, how many people can you keep up with? So when they introduced social media, I mean, there's probably a reason why people have a lot more stress and anxiety issues, because how can you keep up with all these people when the studies showed that the average American is between 1 and 2 people? You know what I'm saying? And it just makes sense, I mean, for the longest time, I've typically had just a couple good friends, I mean, I have like about 3 good friends now. So I guess I'm above average, but it's just like, even for me to keep up with those 3 friends, it's like just not practical, and that's just 3 friends. And then you got people that are like on Facebook and stuff that have like thousands of friends. Well, they're not real friends. They're just associates. They're just people you just kind of know about, but you don't really know. You can't really know thousands of people, I mean, it's possible maybe to know dozens, if not maybe 100 or so, maybe over your lifetime of really knowing them, but there's just not enough time in the day. There's not enough energy. I mean, I have a hard enough time just keeping up with my own family, much less a couple of friends, and then, hundreds and hundreds of people on YouTube. It's just, because it's not just my subscribers I try to keep up with, at least a handful of them. It's also like dozens and dozens of channels on YouTube, individual channels that I try to keep up with that I actually watch, besides, doing my own videos and stuff. I mean, life is just, you could say it's busy, but it's also like a bunch of distraction. And I'm not saying that YouTube is bad or it's a bad distraction. Sometimes it's a very good distraction, but it's almost like information overload. Like you could just make videos all day long and not even say everything you want to say, because there's so much to say. There's so much to learn. There's so much to build on. And so it's almost like there's an infinite amount of everything. And so you just have to pace yourself. Just like this video is getting long again. So, hey, thanks again for all your support. Check out FSO, Fishing Survival Outdoors. Check out Bushcraft Banjos, my good friend. And all my other cool subscribers that you see that constantly or repeatedly on a continuous, consistent basis leave comments. Feel free to interact with your fellow subscribers, Say, hey, how's it going? I've seen you subscribe on that last video. What do you think about this content? Or what do you think about this? And I've seen even people have side conversations outside of dialoguing with me. They'll just have side conversations in the comment section, which is awesome, which is fairly common on some channels. But I like that. You feel free to have comments and stuff and talk to each other. It's okay. We're just one big community. And the quicker we realize that we're all just brothers and sisters, we're all humans, we're all having the human experience, then that we're not like so different anymore. In fact, we're all the same, really, in a good way, but we have our own individuality. And that's what we have to foster with each other. We have to support each other as we develop and figure out who we are and what we want to do and how we want to do things. So as we grow, we want to grow together. And everyone just have a great fall. Where I live, as you can tell, it's just super beautiful. It was a little chilly this morning, though, I will say. It got down there pretty low, but it's starting to warm up. A little bit of overcast, but it's not bad. So enjoy it before the winter, because the winter in various parts of the United States, and even in Europe, my friends in Europe, just also be warned. Check out what area you live in Europe to see how bad it's going to be, but it's above average precipitation, snowfall, and storms. And so, hey, prepare now, especially on these beautiful days. It's hard to imagine the future being that grim. But it's winter. Winter's winter, and it comes and goes, so it's not going to be there forever. But just know that this is the time to pile up wood. This is just some of the debris right here. I've been cutting trees and trimming tree limbs. This is something that I've been doing for a while. I have a whole bunch of piles like this around the property, and just cleaning out yards and stuff, yard space. I have a lot more trees to cut down. Sheesh, I got just so many trees, guys. It's just I wish I could just put a tree in a box and mail it to you if you needed a tree, but I just got some beautiful trees and some massive trees. But sometimes it's a little hard to maintain all this, And so I'm trying to clear land out or open up a little bit more land so it's just easier to maintain and gives me a little more space. So I'll catch you all later.